BeamNG is one of my favorite games of all time, and there are quite a few reasons for that. One of them is the diversity of landscapes and different things that you can do in the game. I mean, you can crash cars in the grid map, you can take them out to the desert like we're gonna do today, drive on tracks, do rock crawling. I mean, you could do pretty much anything car related in BeamNG, and it's gonna be fun. Today I've decided that I want to do something a little bit different. It's going to be a personal challenge for me. Let's attempt to cross this desert map with the Bugo and make my own sort of Dakar style rally. But I must tell you that I am very much prepared for this. The new Bugo in question is a hardcore contender for the desert, complete with an EXO cage, a 450 horsepower V8, and yeah, a little bit more tire to back that up. This thing is ready for this off-road landscape, and I'm hoping to make it to the other side diagonally without resetting. That's not going to be easy. This map is huge. Now, I built this Bugo on stream. If you want to check out that VOD, the link will be in the description. It was a lot of fun, so yeah, make sure to check that one out. I've been doing a stream every week, and this is sort of the product of that. And yeah, I mean, sometimes things get a little bit interesting, we'll say. But yeah, I mean, we may as well just kind of take off. I'm going to try and be a little bit more conservative with this because I want to make sure to actually get through it. So I'm going to try and take it easy. I say that as I'm doing over 100 kilometers an hour in the desert, which is, I mean, not exactly ideal. This car is definitely off-road prepped, a lot more than I'm usually good for. I've got to be careful though, because it's only been like a minute and I can't damage the thing yet. We still have a long way to go here. Quite a few more jumps to get through. And yes, if you're wondering, this is the ultimate Baja crawler, or I guess desert racer. It's not really a crawler, is it? It's more of a, I mean, it's a buggy, but Bugo form with way too much power up front. Way too much. And I'm hopeful that that bump didn't just twist a wheel. That was pretty rough. Okay. I'm a little bit worried now. Come on, Bugo. Pull it together. This EXO cage has got to protect us somehow. Ooh, bit of a spin out there. I was wondering, I'm not sure in the desert, in deep sand like this. I'm unsure if it's better to have the diffs locked or not. At this point, they're unlocked, but I could totally lock them up. I mean, we are in four-wheel drive because this Bugo has four-wheel drive. Just think of this as the hyper off-road sort of Mad Max style Bugo, the one that your grandma is afraid of. No particular reason, she just has a fear of red cars. You might want to get that addressed. Okay, third gear is definitely not where it's at with this. However, I am doing really nicely in second. Except I'm getting to the rev limit pretty easily when I'm trying to go fast. And as you may suspect, I am trying to go fast. Oh, what's that? Okay, we've only been driving for like 2 minutes, actually 3 minutes now, and I have come across a UFO. That's mildly worrying, and I'm definitely veering off track a little bit, but you know what, this is definitely worth checking out. Bugo meets UFO? Not something I thought would happen today. Oh man, this is a golden opportunity. Oh, it's so cool. Okay, I'm gonna climb on it. This was not part of the original idea, but I cannot resist a good spacecraft. And it definitely says no normal? Not normal maybe? I mean, did you think anything else was gonna happen today? Here we are, on top of a spacecraft. Hopefully there's nothing inside. Or maybe that's why this is a desert planet now, who knows? We gotta develop some lore for this map. Getting off of this is gonna be tricky. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad. I think I need to head somewhere in this direction. I probably should have put a compass on the top there, but anyway, we'll just keep going. Alright, we have reached a point in the desert journey. I probably should have taken some notes as to how far this is. I believe that this map is the largest size beam map that you can get, other than the ones that are just endless, like the grid map. That makes it 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers, I think. So we're doing a, oh no, math, uh-oh. So theoretically, we'll be doing this triangle here, which I am totally forgetting in terms of kilometers. If it is indeed 2 by 2, then we're doing the horizontal line in between those. Ideally. I mean, I've kind of ventured off course already, so it's probably farther than that. Although we are surprisingly still holding up, I have not reset the car, I swear. I'm driving a bit faster than I thought I would, and oh, that's not good. Oh, please no. Well, if it rolls over... Okay, this is gonna make things a little bit more interesting. The EXO cage did not stop the body morphing on that side. Oh man, we're broken now, but we're still moving. Okay, the car is pulling heavily to the right, but I mean, it's fine. If this was the Dakar rally, we'd keep going anyway, so trying to be thematic here. And is that the edge of the map? Have I made it already? Apparently this was not that hard a challenge. I did actually see somebody suggest this, but funnily enough, I've already done this before many moons ago, and that video is unlisted, so you wouldn't have known about it. But yeah, my goodness. I tried to do it in a sunburst, and I was successful, I believe, but it wasn't, well, it was a darker time, let's say. Okay, I'm gonna call this a mirage because I can't tell if those dunes in the distance are actual dunes in the distance, or if they are the edge of the map and that's the like background of the map. I am genuinely getting confused now. Where's the water? Uh-oh. Oh man, I'm not even gonna reach the corner, am I? I'm gonna be way off to the right. That's my guess. Yeah, I promised the ones who were watching the stream last time that I would do something with this car, and this is pretty much exactly what I had planned. A desert crossing, followed by, I mean, something else afterwards, I guess. And we have reached the end of the map. But not the corner. Hold on a minute. I think it's just down this way. That would be what I suspect, but who knows? I mean, we're about to find out, aren't we? So this map in this car going on average probably 100 kilometers an hour or so, and also taking a break to stop at that very nice looking spacecraft, has taken me like 7 minutes-ish to drive through. That's not too bad, but I think, well, I mean, I was going pretty fast, and there's not really anything in the way. It's not like the West Coast map where you couldn't really drive across it without having to intersect with roads and stuff and buildings and things that are in the way, but in this case, not so much. But wow, I was way off course. What on earth? Oh no. Okay, so the car is right there, and wow, that's not even close. Not close at all. I'm pretty sure we started way down there, and we're trying to get to here. And the car is just a speck in the distance. Not even seen from this angle. Yep, there it is right there, floating in space, and there's the end of our journey right there. Well, I would say that that's a failure, but it's only because I accidentally drove off the map because the car pulls to the right. And I think it's time that we tried out some different terrain for this off-road Bugo. Trust me, it's a masterpiece. We'll just have to find its right form here. It needs something else. Something maybe a little bit more friendly for it. Alright, so I'm here on the Tough Truck Challenge map. This map is excellent, and it is perfect for testing out some of these weird off-road vehicles. Or I should say pseudo off-road vehicles, because this is, I mean, not really off-road ready now, is it? But there is a very long and very difficult course on this map, and I want to try it out for you guys today. Well, immediately though, immediately what I'm going to do, locking both diffs and the range box down into low range. So this is a 450 horsepower vehicle with locking diffs, and I'm hopeful that that's enough to get it through. I mean, the Bugo chassis is not exactly helping, let's be honest. Oh yeah, this map does have some issues, probably need to clear my cache. Don't worry about it. Just a few orange trees here and there, just part of the scenery. Nothing to see here. But I am going to prove today that this Bugo is the toughest truck in the world. I have actually completed this before, I think, with some of my vehicles, but not recently. It's been a long time, so let's go. This one is definitely going to be low and slow, and I'm probably going to have to reset, but I'm going to take those resets and attempt to do them as minimally as possible. If I get really stuck though, I'm gonna have to probably go back in time. That might be the only way to fix it. This map is absolutely grueling, and doing it this way is actually easy mode. So hopefully I can get over this first obstacle. My goodness. Come on, Bugo, get those tires working. Get that power down. Oh, don't get beached. And with a lot of throttle, I managed to make it through. My goodness. I think the last thing I tried here was like some evolution of the Brodozer. That thing did not do so hot on some of these obstacles as well, but the biggest thing we're going to struggle with is ground clearance and getting beached on things. Like, the wheels are not particularly big on this Bugo, and neither is the ground clearance. What I would equate this thing to is like a hopped up sand rail, almost like a beetle based sand rail. That's kind of what I would make this an equivalent to. Although it's got a lot more power. Not saying that actually does it any favors, though. Okay, you're kind of hard pressed to see the obstacles because it's so dark, but yeah, it's rough, and this is mostly just mud. The car itself is kind of just in the ground most of the time, spinning the wheels if I add any throttle, and really struggling to get up some of these slopes. Just struggling for grip, but overall not too bad. Okay, alright, we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. This map really reminds me of Off-Road Drive. I did a bit of a video review / essay on that game, and yeah, you might want to see that if you're interested. But it's basically this kind of thing, only time trial based, which I don't think I'd be very successful at in these custom vehicles. It's better if you use ones that are made for it. Okay, I gotta say no resets left, and no resets so far. I don't know how many resets are left. We'll find out soon, but I mean, I'm making it. I'm doing pretty good. You know what this really is? It's a battle between the Bugo and the game. BeamNG does not want the Bugo to succeed. BeamNG is going down. Come on, BeamNG, let us have this win. Or loss, I don't know. It's going to be a fat L by the end of it, I bet. Unless I can make it down the hill, which I should be able to do. I don't remember how strong the brakes are on this. I made those quite a while ago at this point. I mean, it was only yesterday, but that was a long time ago for me. Essentially, all that I'm hearing now is just revs of this engine, because as soon as you put the throttle down even like 5%, it just tends to drive off anyways. And then you need just a little bit more power to get up the one obstacle, and then it's back down once again. Because I don't want to wheel spin too much, and we're kind of locked in on the all fours right now. However, off-road challenge, this is nothing. We got to do more than this. This is one of the hardest courses in the game, although I am doing it the easy way. Maybe we'll try the hard way afterwards. Okay, I'm actually up into second gear because I was able to gain some speed there for a second. Not something I'm used to. Wow, okay, hold on. I'm really hoping that this comes in clear for you guys. The YouTube compression really kills these Beam videos sometimes. You gotta pray that it just works out nicely. Okay, here we go. Finally time for the significant ascent. We need to climb up this thing and then come right back down. And then I think... Oh, wait, hold on a minute. The game just crashed. No! Okay, so that was a bit of a failure for the game because the Bugo conquers all, and apparently it was a little bit too much for the game. Something to keep in mind is that the arrow is pointing up this way. This is the part that we were going to come down on. We're getting pretty close to it. So I want to show you that section without having to go through the rest. That means dropping it down into low range because we're going to need it. This part is terrifically difficult and incredibly narrow as well. This car is small, which means that it'll probably be pretty good around here, but I am mildly worried all the same. Come on, car, you got this. Just very, very slowly until we can make it up there. Oh yeah, not too bad. Not too bad at all. We are coming up to some of the difficult spots. I mean, I've been up this way a few times already. Not with this car, I've only tried it once and I failed. But this is always the spot that gets me. Right up here. As long as you can keep it moving. Oh, that's close. Oh, please. Give it everything you have, Bugo. Come on, we gotta defeat BeamNG. Okay, I'm pulling some SnowRunner tactics, and it's actually just making us fall further. I'm gonna need to use some other tactics, I think, including but not limited to drive up the side. That's cheating. Okay, I'm up into second gear, just because our torque is, I mean, it's, well, maybe, I don't know, it's all over the place. Second gear might be able to pull us through, and, oh, come on! Go, Bugo, go! We made it, we made it! Okay, so first gear was my mistake. We needed that little bit extra I don't know, gearing to get us through. Maybe a slightly lower wheel speed is actually helping. If I go up into third, yeah, I mean, that's not really doing anything, is it? I'm just spinning the wheels rapidly here. I don't know if this would actually be possible in real physics, but BeamNG, yeah, it okays that, no problem. Come on, Bugo, you got this. So close. Yes! I did it! Oh, I can't believe I did it. Okay. Oh, maybe not. Oh, man. I gotta say that that was no resets. And there you go, I just brought it back from the dead there, too. Yeah, the Bugo has definitely conquered this map. Other than this one obstacle here, which we did not get into, that is a tricky spot when you're coming from the other side. Basically, we win. The Bugo conquers all. Alright, so my game is very thoroughly messed up. As you can see, I'm missing textures on the enduro-drome, which is unfortunate. It also keeps crashing, so I've got some work to do. Probably need to clear the cache, but anyway, this is the last challenge for today. Let's go through the entire enduro-drome as fast as I can with this car. And by the way, it is quite fast, and I'll try and make it through without having to reset. Alright? Ooh, that's up there. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna go fast, but I'm gonna go reasonable, keeping in mind that I want to make it last. And also not spin out drastically as it just has. A good thing this is not a timed lap, my goodness. Yeah, immediately I'm having front wheel issues, which is, I guess, what you would expect. Now this car does not have semi-slicks, and it does have terrible wheel spin issues. It also has way too much power and very poor gearing. It's not really geared for this kind of stuff, and the suspension is very, very soft. Soft is actually good on the enduro-drome, but maybe this is just a little bit too soft. I don't know. We can go over these bumps with no issues, but we'll bounce on the big ones. That's for sure. Well, I mean, if the Bugo is going to conquer this entire game of BeamNG, which has now become my goal, by the way, this is a conquest, that means that we're going to need to conquer the toughest maps in the game, including the giant no-texture mud pit. My favorite of the mud pits. There we go. Easy. No, well, this is the hard part. Jump. Ooh, not bad at all, actually. We kind of skipped a lot of the badness. And there's another one coming up right here. Boom. Lived. Easy. Maybe this is going to be easier than I thought it would be. I genuinely thought I'd be challenged here. And not bad at all. The big jump is coming up next, though, right after a whole bunch of potholes. Oh, come on now. Car, you got this. This is not driven to destruction. This is worse. By the way, does this video make any sense? The answer is no, not really. And I'm gonna take a definitive stance on this next one. Does that matter? The answer is no. I think as long as I'm having fun, that's all that matters. Boom, in the air, and easy. That was not bad at all. Okay, these bumps there, those like speed bumps, not good for this car at all. But pretty much everything else we take on the nose. No issues at all. My goodness. I don't think... I mean, I'm almost done a lap here, and I'm not going to have any problems. Just a little bit of pulling to the one side, and that's it. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this nonsensical video. It's been fun to mess with the Bugo and just try some random stuff. And the game kept breaking, but I will try to work on that and make it not break for next time. I'm hoping to do more exclusive BeamNG content, so yeah, let me know if you have any ideas. I do have some. That PlayStation 2 graphics video really took off and I was shocked by it, so you know what, I should probably not try to emulate that success, but probably try and do things that are at least semi-similar. I don't know, I just find that stuff cool anyways. Same thing with BeamNG speedrunning. Back when I did 2 videos on that was a lot of fun and people really seemed to enjoy it as well, so yeah, might get back into that or something else. I don't know, I hop around on topics faster than most. It's probably not a good thing. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you like this video and you want to see more like it, and check out my latest Infinity build. That's an IRL project. I would encourage you, in fact, to go to the playlist, just watch them all. Watch number 1 through 4, and then if there's more after that, keep going. As the build progresses, I'm going to keep posting updates every week or so. I've been having a lot of fun with it, and I'm hopeful that you guys are interested too. We've got Overlord, QT Bear, Terry Williams, The Most Random Person, Jean Van Palms, G.A. Pope, The German Dude, and Jug. Thank you guys for your support. and the supporter tier as well. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate you all a lot. Just so you're aware, I've been hunting for some performance bits for my Infinity, and your guys' support is what is going to be backing that. Same thing with the donations on stream. Appreciate you guys doing that. Months like this have been super slow for me. For some reason, this February has been like terrible on my channel. So to have consistent support is massive. I really, really appreciate it. See you again next time, guys. More stuff coming up.